if you guys are looking for a profitable strategy that actually works, and I'm not talking about one of those gurus online just yapping their mouth about strategies. No, I'm actually being serious. This strategy works. I've backtested it multiple times. And guys, honestly, if this strategy, by the end of this video, if you feel that I wasted your time, text me down below in the comments and I'll literally give you a free month on my mentorship for free. I'm not even joking. So guys, let's get right into it. First thing I want to note is over here we have ES and over here we have NASDAQ. Yes, we're going to be getting into the live example. I just want to show you a little demonstration first so you have a clear understanding. So right over here, we're on the 15-minute time frame, hypothetically, obviously. First thing we want to look for is this SMT. So we have this SMT both on NASDAQ and ES. Of course, NASDAQ is always our pair that we want to trade on. ES is just kind of an observer. So one thing to note, on the 15-minute time frame, we look for an SMT and a fair value gap. Once we have this SMT and fair value gap, this is our indication that we want to go higher. So again, hypothetically, say we now move down to the, well, I can't even, fair value gap, there we go. Now, hypothetically, of course, say we move down to the 1 minute time frame. So let's delete all this. So on the 15-minute time frame, as I said, SMT, fair value gap. Now we go down to the 1 to 4 minute time frame, whatever looks the cleanest. Now what do we do? Look for a manipulation leg. Once we have that manipulation leg, we mark out our potential market structure shift because, of course, we don't actually know what's happening in the past. Well, future. This is future. So, of course, now we mark out our inversion fair value gap. So once we have this inversion fair value gap, the second we have a full body close, we were to take our entry right at that break. Stop loss, of course, goes right below these lows because on the 15-minute time frame, this is an SMT low. And we target previous fair value gaps or also just look for simply a -2 or -1 standard deviation. So guys, it's so simple. Let me hop into the live example. I'll show you 2 examples right now. All right, moving forward over here, what do we see? We have NASDAQ 15-minute, as I said, S&P 15-minute. Let's see what happens. Bang, we put in this candle. What do we notice right away? We have an SMT, smart money trap, smart money trading, name it, whatever you want to call it, it works. Smart money trading, bang, mark that out. What do we have also? A fair value gap in the 15-minute time frame. Now, of course, we also have the fair value gap on ES. Just note, we don't actually have to have a fair value gap on the ES. If we do, sure, but NASDAQ is our pair of interest. The most important is as long as we have this SMT on ES and NAS, of course. That's how an SMT is created. Now let's go down to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, well, 1 minute time frame. Let's just go back time a bit. So there we go, just to explain it. So we mark out this SMT. Now we're looking for our entry on the higher time frame. On the 15, we know where we're gonna go. We want to look for bullish moves. So let's see, are we gonna get a sense of a manipulation? Bang, manipulation leg right over here. Mark that out. And why is it a manipulation? Call it sell side liquidity as well if you want, because we're manipulating people into thinking we want to go lower. We grab all that liquidity. And then right over here, what do we see? An inversion fair value gap. Where's our potential market structure shift? Right over here. Let's mark that out as well. Now, what do we want to do? The second we have a full body close, or even now we can enter because we have passed the 50% of this inversion fair value gap. So we can enter right now. We'll enter with what? Yeah, 6, 7. Why not? So enter stop loss, obviously right at the previous low because this is a protected SMT low. And take profit, where are we going to put it? We can take our standard deviation from these highs to the inversion. If you don't know where to put your take profit, -1 would be very nice. I personally would target these, also known as 15-minute, not technically 15-minute highs, but 1 minute highs. Sure, let's call it that. There we go. Strong push out of there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Pass right through this market structure shift. Now, this is where it's a bit of a gamble. And guys, this is 100% up to your choice. Once we pass this market structure shift, it is perfectly fine to go to break even. But a lot of times what's going to happen is, and not 100%, but I would say 30 to 40% of the time, what's going to happen is we're going to bounce off this market structure shift, come tap in to this inversion one more time as like a final like adios before we actually take off. So let's see what's going to happen in this case. There we go. We tap and clear that negative. Well, a little bit past that -1. So this became a total of a, let's check it out, of a 1.4, 1 to 4 RR. That is honestly beautiful. Guys, if you're still targeting like 2 RRs and freaking 4 RRs trades, like, well, anyways, still have more time to learn in the market. So yeah, so let's get into the live, what am I saying, live example? Let's get into the second example. Tripping out. Well, over here, we have a very strong uptrend. So nothing here to note. We do have this SMT over here that we could mark out. And we are also inside of a fair value gap. So let's keep that in mind. We can possibly retrace off of this fair value gap and then continue higher. Let's see what's going to happen. And look at that. We completely failed it. Perfectly fine. Now, what do we see as well? Oh, okay. Over here, we also have we have an SMT. Let's mark that out. Bang, SMT. And actually, we didn't have an SMT from here. So that would honestly be even better if we mark it out from there. So mark it out, that SMT. Oh my God. There we go. SMT. There we go. Bang. So what's another thing to note? I am sure you know it by now. The fair value gap on the 15-minute as well. Now, go to the 1 minute. Do we see anything? Wow, a lot of stuff there. Well, what do we see? Right away, we see a manipulation. And of course, if you don't see a manipulation over here, go to the 2 minute. If you don't see it, go to the 3 minute. If you don't see it, 4 minute. Anything more than 4 minute, I really wouldn't. 1 to 4 minute is good. But in this case, we have it on the 1 minute, so perfect. Now, still pushing down, not a problem. Let's see. I would like to see this inversion play out over here. What's going to happen? Are we going to play that out? And where we're going forward. No, it doesn't look like it. We're rejecting right off it. So again, not a problem. Well, we just created a new inversion for value gap. So not inversion, manipulation. So let's see what's going to happen now. Are we going to go? There we go. Still pushing down very strong. Okay. Maybe we're not going to play this one out yet. Not a problem. Let's continue playing it out. Let's see. Well, let's go to the 2 minute. What do we see over here? This is exactly what I was trying to say before. If it's not clear, up the time frame. We have a manipulation right over here. And where we're going to put our market structure shift, we're going to put it right at these highs. Perfect. Inversion for value gap. Going to go right over here. So what do? We're going to take our entry and stop loss. Where's it going to go? Below the previous lows, because this is an SMT low. Perfect. So it's a protected low. If we end up going lower, I would not be interested. So take profit. Where am I going to put it? I'll put it either at this market structure shift or either at these highs. Let's see what's going to happen. So we're playing time. We're going forward. We're tapping right into this inversion, still respecting it. Not a problem. Very strong push. We also inverted this as well. So very beautiful. Now again, market structure shift. We didn't close above it yet, so not a problem. There we go. That's our for close. So over here, perfectly fine if you would like to. You can go to break even. Not a problem. It's protected. Now let's go. Let's see. There you go. That is our take profit. Now let's take our standard deviation and let's see. We can still go for that -2, go right above these fair value gaps because again, fair value gaps are targets. So as we can see, let's see if we're going to end up pushing higher. There we go. So that -2 could also got respected, which is perfect to know. So that is going to be it for the end of the video. Guys, don't even play with me. I know for a fact you understood the strategy. You're not stupid. You're smart. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But honestly, if you really didn't understand, leave me a comment down below. It's perfectly normal. I'll help you out. It doesn't bother me. I also have a free Discord down below. Doesn't cost anything. Just a place to chill, talk, and just have someone to talk to during New York session. Have like-minded people around you. But if you are interested in more of like one-on-one mentorship, I also have a link for that down below. And guys, I'm currently running a free trial right there. So if you want, go check it out. Doesn't cost you anything. Peace.